How to stop overthinking? Like all habits, changing your destructive thought patterns can be a challenge, but with consistent practice, you can train your brain to think differently. Here are 6 ways to stop overthinking everything. Number 1, notice when you are stuck in your head. Overthinking can become such a habit that you don't even recognize when you are doing it. Start paying attention to the way you think so you can become aware of the problem. When you are replying events in your mind over and over or worrying about things you can't control, acknowledge that your thoughts are not productive. Thinking is only helpful when it leads to positive action. Number 2, keep the focus on problem solving. Dwelling on your problems is not helpful, but looking for solutions is. If it's something you have some control over, consider how you can prevent the problem or challenge yourself to identify 5 potential solutions. If it's something you have no control over, like a natural disaster, think about the strategies you can use to cope with it. Focus on the things you can control, like your attitude and effort. Number 3, challenge your thoughts. It's easy to get carried away with negative thoughts. So before you conclude that calling in sick is going to get you fired, or that forgetting one deadline will cause you to become homeless, acknowledge that your thoughts may be exaggeratedly negative. Remember that your emotions will interfere with your ability to look at situations objectively. Take a step back and look at the evidence. What evidence do you have that your thought is true? What evidence do you have that your thought is not true? Number 4, schedule time for reflection. Stewing on your problems for long periods of time is not productive. But brief reflection can be helpful. Thinking about how you could do things differently or recognizing potential pitfalls to your plan could help you perform better in the future. Incorporate 20 minutes of thinking time into your daily schedule. During that time period, let yourself worry, ruminate, or mull over whatever you want. When your time is up, move on to something else. And when you start overthinking things outside of your scheduled thinking time, simply remind yourself that you will need to wait until your thinking time to address those issues in your mind. Number 6, learn mindful skills. It's impossible to rehash yesterday or worry about tomorrow when you are living in the present. Mindfulness will help you become more aware of the here and now. Just like any other skill, mindfulness takes practice, but over time, it can decrease overthinking. There are classes, books, apps, courses, and videos available to help you learn mindfulness skills. Number 7, change the channel. Telling yourself to stop thinking about something will backfire. The more you try to prevent a thought from entering your brain, the more likely it is to keep popping up. Change the channel in your brain by changing your activity. Exercise, engage in conversation on a completely different subject. or work on a project that distracts you. Doing something different will put an end to the barrage of